Let's talk about the predicate nominative with ivySTAR tutoring. Now, the predicate nominative is also referred to as a predicate noun, and it can also be called the subject complement noun. So I put both of the names up there, but they're all the same thing. I'm used to calling it the predicate nominative, so that's what I'm going to call it in this video. All right, so predicate nominative, just like all the other noun functions, is always a noun. Okay, so just like direct object, indirect object, all that fun stuff, it is a noun. However, unlike the direct object and indirect object, predicate nominatives go with linking verbs. Okay, so that's the big difference. Direct object and indirect objects go with action verbs. PNs, predicate nominatives, go with linking verbs. The last thing to know is that there's a little formula I like to use for the predicate nominative, and it goes like this. S is for subject, equals PN. So the subject equals predicate nominative, and I'll show you how this works when we start looking at our sentences. So let's take a look at our first sentence. Like we always want to do, we're going to circle our verb first. So here our verb is are. We are the champions. Now, is that an action verb or a linking verb? Let's see. Can we replace it with an equal sign? We equal the champions? Yes, we can. So this is a linking verb. Now, let's use this formula here. Subject equals predicate nominative. Our subject is we. We equal champions. That means champions is the predicate nominative in that sentence. Okay, let's try our next one. She is a girl. Okay, so our verb here is, and is a linking verb because we can replace it with equal sign. She equals a girl. Good, so that's good. We might want to assume every time we see a linking verb, we might just want in the back of our minds the words predicate nominative to pop up, just so we are aware that that's what that goes with. Okay, so again, let's do subject equals predicate nominative. She equals girl. So girl is our predicate nominative. Now this sentence right here looks really similar, but it has just one word difference. She is a beautiful girl. So again, our verb here is. It's a linking verb. Excuse me. She equals, does she equal beautiful or does she equal girl? Well, remember our predicate nominative is a noun. So girl is going to be our predicate nominative because it is a noun. Beautiful is an adjective describing the girl. So that is not going to be a predicate nominative. So that one was a little tricky, but it's a good one to look at. Okay, let's move on to some other sentences. She is beautiful. Again, sort of similar to our last sentence, right? Let's circle our verb. Our verb is here. Okay, and that is a linking verb. She equals beautiful. Okay, so we'd assume this is our predicate nominative, right? This beautiful. But let me ask you, what part of speech is beautiful? Beautiful is an adjective. So this is what we would call a predicate adjective. Okay, so you find it the exact same way that you would find a predicate nominative, except that it just happens to be an adjective, and we call it a PA. The only reason I'm including it in this tutorial about the predicate nominative is that sometimes tests, quizzes, books that have exercises, they include the predicate adjective with the predicate nominative and sort of include it as a noun function, which I always think is kind of weird because an adjective is not a noun. But sometimes they include it, so I wanted to put it here. But you basically find it the same way that you do with your predicate nominative. All right, so now we have two sentences at the bottom that you've seen before. These were in the direct object video, okay? And we're going to show, again, the difference between our direct object and our predicate nominative or predicate adjective by looking at our verbs. So the first sentence, my friend grows flowers. Here's our verb. Now, is that an action or a linking? Here we have an action verb. So we have to know in our heads, we have an action verb here. That means we're probably not, I shouldn't say probably, that means we are not going to have a predicate nominative or a predicate adjective. Let's take a look at what this is. It's not my friend equals flowers. My friend grows flowers. My friend grows what? My friend grows flowers. So here it's a direct object. It's not a predicate nominative. So we don't have a PN in this sentence. Let's look at the next one. My friend grows tired. Now, could we replace this with an equal sign? My friend equals tired? Absolutely. So this is our linking verb. So in this sentence, we want to think that we're probably going to have a predicate nominative or a predicate adjective. Let's take a look. My friend equals tired. Noun or adjective? This time we have a predicate adjective. All right, so we've introduced you to the predicate nominative, which is also called the subject complement noun, and the predicate adjective, and I believe that one is called the subject complement adjective. All right, so hopefully this answers your questions about them. Take a look at some of our other videos if you want to learn some more about your noun functions.